Well, when I was 11 years old, I started selling papers and continued to do entrepreneurial things. When I was growing up, ended up starting to buy real estate. I bought a trailer when I was 14 years old, a mobile home, rented it out, and when I served an LDS mission, the mortgage on that trailer was paid off, and it put me on my mission, completely on my own. I came home, I bought and sold cars, I bought and sold other items on the side, but I kind of went into the business my father and my sister and my brother are in, which is CPA. I graduated from BYU with my accounting degree in 1980, and I was hired by Price Waterhouse here in Phoenix. My clientele, we had some large clients, but I also had a lot of small clients. So I audited and handled a lot of small businesses. In 1985, I realized I was really a businessman, a small businessman, rather than a CPA. And so I left the world of practicing professionally as a CPA, and I started a company called ExecuShare. ExecuShare was a company that I brought Scott Smith in, the mayor of Mesa, and I had a couple of other partners. And we would go out into small businesses that could not afford a full-time CFO or controller. And we would show up a day or two a week, and we would do that function for them. And so I negotiated lines of credit. Sometimes these clients were in trouble with their banks, and I would go down and kind of smooth things over and bank talk with the banks and help these businesses get through their financial crisis. Often I would prepare financial packages for them so that their banks would understand better their business and give some consulting advice to the clients when I was there. So I did that for 4 years. And I was flying home on a flight on Alaska Airlines, and I saw the seat pocket in front of me. I saw a 24-page catalog called Gift Master, and I thought that was a terrible waste of the space in the seat pocket. And on that flight home from Seattle, I came up with the idea of Sky Mall. I immediately trademarked the name. I wanted Sky Shop, but Sky Mall was available and Sky Shop was not. So Sky Mall is the name that I registered. I put all of my savings, every dime. I had $25,000. I put my entire savings into starting that business. And within a year, we were on airlines. Unfortunately, we started with Eastern Airlines. And when the Gulf War started 3 months later, Eastern Airlines went broke and they stopped flying. And fortunately, we had TWA in the pipeline, so we continued to operate. So I literally purchased a building. It was an old cabinet shop in Phoenix, in South Phoenix. I personally went in, washed it down with a fire hose, and we remodeled that facility, and that is Sky Mall today, even today, at 1520 East Pima Street in Phoenix, down in the barrios of Phoenix. So I started that from scratch. I know small business. I can talk sales tax, use tax, telemarketing, warehousing, retail, direct marketing, transaction taxes. I can talk shop with anyone on small business issues. In 1996, we took the company public. In 2001, I sold the business to Rupert Murdoch News Corp. I personally negotiated with Rupert Murdoch the sale of the business in a room as close as I am with you folks. It was very, very exciting. I stayed for 2 years and ran the business for him. And then I purchased another business, small business here in the state of Arizona called New Mexico and Arizona Land Company. And I acquired all their mineral rights and all of their real estate that they owned outside of Phoenix. And that business we call today NZ Legacy. That is made up of 13 small businesses. Several are mining companies, uranium companies. We own one of the largest travertine deposits in the United States over by Albuquerque, a several billion-ton travertine deposit. We've actually mined and made travertine for homes. My home is done with the travertine from our quarry. We have land, energy, mineral development projects from Albuquerque to Phoenix. And we even have a project in Colorado. And all of these businesses had to be started from an idea that I had, just like the seat pocket in the aircraft. Every one of those needed to start with an idea and start a business and employ people. After the Rodeo Chattiskai fire here in Arizona in 2002, I thought that it was criminal that we had allowed the forest to become that vulnerable to fire. And so I started a company called Renogy. Renogy we got contracts with the Forest Service to thin the forest, to clean up after the fire. And we built a $100 million power plant that would take wood chips from the fire, chip them up, burn them in a boiler like coal, and make electricity. Today that facility, all weekend it worked, and it provided all the electricity for the White Mountains of Arizona. Show Low, Pine Top, Lakeside, Heber, Overguard, Snowflake, Taylor, etc. I know small businesses. I've started businesses that have created over 1,000 jobs. In 1999, I was named Entrepreneur of the Year for retail here in the state of Arizona by Ernst & Young. So I think I know small business.